to me was a friend, now you're an enemy. Your words, your language in my heart they used to hurt.
And there's a heat wave going on in Ireland at the moment. That's why I'm sweating buckets.
Honestly, mate, we are the same. I'm in black, and it was a terrible decision. It was better than topless. So,
okay, we're here for a new episode of the Who Art Thou podcast, and with Tommy from Dead Mob. Tommy, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's an absolute pleasure having you here.
Absolutely, thank you. The pleasure's mine.
Before we get into talking about the band, actually, I should ask: Are you a football fan?
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I am.
Did you have a good night last night?
I did, yeah. And then I stayed up for the UFC as well, though. So
did you?
I'm not gonna lie, I went to bed about 7 hours ago, and I've not long been up. So
that's all. That's all right. That's all. The UFC, the match was crazy, but the UFC match, like Paddy Pimblett's match, was nuts.
Mental. The whole card was crazy. Like, I couldn't believe how fast a lot of the fights were. The only one I missed was Sandhagen because I fell asleep. Well, yeah, Paddy Pimblett's submission was great. To be fair, in press conferences, he was saying as soon as he shoots for a takedown, I'm submitting him, and he did. He's got a great jiu-jitsu.
It was a fucking, because like I watch quite a bit of UFC. It was a brutal submission. I've never seen someone go limp the way that. Yeah.
When he got his leg over his shoulder, he had that guillotine.
Yes.
So he's just cranking it. It was brutal.
And then I'm not sure if you're aware, but all of Ireland absolutely hates Conor McGregor. So when I was
no, I know he's not popular. I mean, I think it was great the way he gives it all the talk and then blows his knee out on the first kick he throws. I think it's fantastic.
It's a 36-year-old sending a flying kick, steps on his other leg, and it just I watched it this morning. He just his ACL just snaps.
Bad.
Yeah,
it's bad. He will not fight again. He shouldn't. No, that he needs to hang it up.
I maintain he went in injured to that fight and fucking knew it and was just like, here, I'm just going to get the bag, and then yeah. Anyway.
Well, it's the easiest money Max will ever make there, isn't it? He's going to make an easier load of money there.
The funny thing is, by the way, why I asked the football question is because I'm an Aston Villa supporter and I was going to wear the jersey. I was worried.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, we'll move on from that one.
We will, because I support the only team in Birmingham, which is
Birmingham Football Club.
Yeah. My drummer and bassist are both Villa, and my vocalist. So I am the only one who actually knows real football, unfortunately. I was going to enjoy this podcast until you said that.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, God,
if it makes it any better, I have England in my sweepstakes for the World Cup, so I've been supporting England for the entirety of the world.
Come on, we've got to do it for you then. We're going to do it. We're going all the way now. We are going all the way.
Right. So, okay, we'll begin with Dead Mob. Fucking amazing band. I'm so thankful to have you over for the Shortest Straw tour. But where we start with these podcasts is like basically, first off, how did this band begin?
Oh, God. So there's only two original members, which is myself and Rob, who plays drums. We picked up Joey along the way, who's the vocalist, and then Mitch has only recently joined. We've had a string of different bassists. But me and Rob go way back. We went to secondary school together, but we never really got on. And then after secondary school, I know it's really weird. Like, we never really got on. But after secondary school, we was around my house watching. I think it was like one of the AJ fights, 2016. So it might have been AJ Klitschko. And we were just jamming on one of my guitars, and he was tapping. And he was like, I knew he played drums, and he was like, "Should we just go for a jam?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Like you like punk, I like metal. Let's just do it." And then it started from there. Like, we literally been playing together since we were 17 now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm 26 on Wednesday. So it's coming up to like 9-10 years. So we've been playing together for a while. But yeah, it literally just started from not liking each other, realising actually we've got a lot of common ground here, lad. We both play instruments, we both like the same music. And then we went to Rabana Studios in Birmingham. It's quite it's got quite a lot of history. It's been there for like years. I'm talking like 30, 40 years. But yeah, man, it started from that, and we were originally like really punk, like proper punk, because that was like Rob's kind of background. And I've always loved metal, but I'd never really played with other people. I'd always just learnt other songs. So Dead Mob just started from a boxing match and then going into jam, and then we were punk, and then we've had like a bit of metal, kind of metal-y, and now I've kind of smashed all the styles that we like and put it together to what you hear now, really.
Yeah, because to be honest, I don't know what to call you guys, and I mean that in like the nicest way, because you just mix it up. Like we talked about this before, you just mix it up in such a fantastic way. Because as I said, when Carlin sent over that you guys are playing, I was like, it's a hardcore band. I was like, oh, that's cool, because like we have a metal band, then we have a hardcore band, and then the opener band is like an alternative metal band. And I was like, that's gonna be really cool. And then I listened to it and I was like, oh, like a little bit this is hardcore. And then suddenly it went into just so many different avenues of music. So like, where did that kind of amalgamation of styles begin with the band?
So to be fair, like when we got Joey in, really, his vocals are like extreme,
insane. Yeah. Like deathcore elements at some points, like
he's like one of the most talented like vocalists I've ever heard. Like he's so good. But he's like you say, he's got that deathcore range. He's got like black metal highs. He can do like mad gutturals, pig squeals. He's like a slam vocalist, like deathcore vocalist. And then like the stuff I write is I love. Like I grew up on thrash. Like my dad was playing Metallica to me, like in the garden when I was like 3 years old, running around the garden screaming frantic and some anger come out. Like, so I've been Metallica from young. So that was always kind of my inspiration. So I've got like the thrash side. Like I was saying, Rob was heavy into his punk, so he's always had that fast drumming style. And then as I've grown older, like I discovered like coming away from thrash, I've got like the metalcore artists that I love. Like I'm going back to like when I was like 15, I was like banging out of Mice and Men, bro. That was like that was my shit back in the day. And then like
Austin Carlisle wasn't Austin. That was it. Yeah. I listened to them as well. I thought they were great.
Restoring Force was the album for me when I listened to them, and then I went back to their old stuff. But then Bury Tomorrow, bands like Blood Youth Architects, I was like heavy into metalcore. And as I got older, I've started to like appreciate deathcore more. And like slam and beatdown and hardcore. So like I feel like Dead Mob is just like a concoction of all the stuff I enjoy listening to, and I kind of make I take elements from everybody I like, because I'm really into Gojira as well. Like they are like my top dogs. I absolutely love that band so much. So you hear a lot of like scrapes, like harmonics, pinches. It's all Gojira, man. I just think
the second you said it, I was just like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Honestly, I love them. They're so good.
I just saw them for the first time. They opened for Metallica here in Dublin, and because I was like, I've listened to Gojira for so long, and I don't know how I've never seen them. And the second they come out, I was just like, this is going to be sick. But it was when they played Flying Whales, I was just like, oh.
It's goosebumps, isn't it? It's goosebumps. I'm telling you, they are the best live bands of it. They are, and I've been lucky enough to see a lot of very good bands, but they are the best, hands down. I've seen them, I want to say 8 times maybe, and they've never ever disappointed ever.
Yeah, there was that whole, because I did like I was lucky enough to be invited to like a talk about Metallica. So Metallica did the Friday, and then Saturday was invited to this talk about the Friday night. I was talking about the Friday night. But we were talking about like who's the next band to kind of pass the torch type of thing. Do you know, like who are going to be the legacy bands when we're 20, 30 years older? And basically, I think the general consensus was like it's going to be either Mastodon or Gojira are the ones that are just like, because they're just so fucking goddamn good. Like, so good.
I'm a Gojira stan. I will run with them all the way. But that's what I mean. So like with our style, I will just take bits from bands I like, and I think it is tricky sometimes. I don't know if people like not being able to pinpoint us, but I just write music. I write the music I would like listening to. So, then that's why it might vary. And we might have a really hardcore song, but then we've got a song that sounds hardcore, but it's got like a beat down in it, or it's got a 2-step part, or it's got thrash bit, or it's got stupid breakdown. It's everything I like about heavy music.
Does that make? I'm assuming that makes it. Does it make it easier for yourselves to write songs that you don't have to pigeonhole yourself to kind of one specific?
Yeah, I suppose so. In that sense, it might be frustrating as a listener because you think, I want to listen to this, but I just think for me, I don't want to be genre bound, because it, like you say, it gives me the freedom then to kind of write how I'm feeling, and I always find that I write my best stuff when I'm not trying and I'm just going off feeling and I'm just going off what feels right. And I'm not sat there thinking, right, today I want to write this type of song, or today I've got to write a hardcore song. Like, I don't have that. I just write what I write and I see what comes out, man. And
Sick.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's shit. But
Now, I don't mean this. Just with hardcore scenes, they can be quite selective with who they allow playing them. Like with you guys, like how does that work? Do they kind of just accept it as a hardcore band, or?
It can be hit and miss. Sometimes we've played shows where people aren't feeling us, and it is what it is, man. But
yeah,
we've had more good reception than bad reception. But I do think, like I said, because of the mix of styles, some people might find it hard to get a groove. Like sometimes you go to a hardcore show, you got 4 hardcore bands, you know there's going to be 2 steps, and there's going to be some parts where you can do some crowd killing. But with Dead Mob, like we've got that, but we've got that within each song where it can be different, and some of our songs maybe aren't as much as crowd killy or 2-steppy. But yeah, I think we've never been. I would say I've never felt like we've been cast out or not been allowed to play or whatever. But I mean, even if it were, we'd just stick it on the chin. No worries, here, bothered.
Now I have to ask, by the way, where does the name Dead Mob come from?
It would be ideal for Rob to be on, because he got it from one of his mates. So like I said, he's grew up on the punk scene. Okay. So his dad's in a band called Sucker Punch. His name Face Up. But Rob always used to go to punk shows when he was younger, like watching his dad, and then his dad showing him all his mates' bands and stuff. And there was a band called Face Up, and the guitarist of that, he was in, I think he was Dragster as well. He's like the bassist in Dragster, but he was good mates with Rob. And Rob was telling him that he's starting this band with me. And it was like, we're struggling for a name. And you know how it is. Like, we couldn't decide. And we got to a point where we're just going to leave it for a bit and see where it goes. And then he spoke to, his name was Tom. And Tom said, what about Dead Mob? And Rob was like, I like the ring of that. And that was it. So we just got the name of someone who didn't want to use the name for another band he had. So yeah, it was like, it's really uninspiring, really, but it's just kind of like, yeah, man, that's us though. We're just really laid back and like, yeah, man, go with it. That's great.
Because it's a name that sounds like it means something. Do you know what I mean? Like it sounds like it's from like a sci-fi book, or not sci-fi book, but like one of those kind of like counterculture books or something like.
I wish I could tell you it did. But it means absolutely bugger all, mate. I will say our lyrics are a bit more meaningful. I put more effort into those.
Yeah, well, actually, we should go into that. So, like, for somebody who hasn't listened to Dead Mob, like, what would be kind of the normal lyrical inspiration into the music?
To be fair, it's again, I often write things about hardships, and it's normally things I would think that a lot of people go through. So that, like I said, but then sometimes I think, oh man, I'm writing all these lyrics and they're like depressing as fuck, man. I need to write something cool, or I need to write something a bit more happy. But then I'm sat there thinking, it just don't go with the music, man. Like, so I always tend to go for like hardships, or but then I do try and put positive spins on them where we can, hardships are actually what make us stronger, and the way we get through life is not by taking the easy route sometimes. And sometimes you're dealt with the hands you got, and you've got to play it. It's I think poker's a great analogy. Sometimes you've got to bluff. You got to bluff all the way. You got to be aggressive sometimes and bluff.
I play poker all the time, and my friends hate me because I'm lying the whole way we're playing the game. The whole way. But the other thing that I do is somebody when somebody's playing like a bully game where they have the most chips and they're just putting like 600 out, and you're just like, the blind is only 40. I always call it every time. I always call it.
It's got to be done. You got to put a stop to the aggressive players.
I was like, yeah, you're not stealing the fucking game from me. I was like, I'm here to win. Like,
but yeah, I think that's what I would say, is that it's like it's much about hardships. I've said it before. I said to Rob, I said we should just call it hatecore, man, because that's what a lot of the lyrics, just Dead Mob hatecore. It's just we hate like a lot of anger but I think that's the beauty of heavy music, is it's like a positive and like a good outlet to get rid of that kind of feeling. I always feel like I do pour a lot into the lyrics, but then actually I'll come out and go, wow, that sounds really good. I like that. And actually that negative has become something I associate with a positive now, which is
Yeah.
I think it's a healthy way.
Because like one of my favorite things to do is because like, you know, metal has these kind of negative connotations that it's like fucking all these, you know, heavy metal men who are just fucking angry, steaming at shows, just going, nah. And it's just like, so I love bringing people to shows that are not familiar with the music and just like, I'm just going like, here, look, I'll buy the ticket for you. You can come and just see for yourself and 10 out of 10 times I've never had a negative experience. They're always like, everybody was so nice. The bands were great. It was so much fun. I was like, yeah, it's a vehicle for like, you know, no one's there to smack the shit out of somebody. Everybody's there to have a good fucking time. Do you know what I mean?
I would agree. I think that there's a different energy at like hardcore metal shows, I believe, than like other shows. Like, I feel like everyone's there for a good time. Everyone's there to party and just enjoy themselves and let loose a bit. And, you know, like the sound can put people off, but I think like I've got mates who come to like our shows in Birmingham, and they can't stand metal, like they don't like it, but they come to support me, like, and my boys. But they come out and go, yo, like the energy there, it's sick, like we love it, like we wouldn't necessarily do all the dancing and shit, but the energy's sick. So even people outside, like you say, outside the genre can appreciate. I think that it's like you say, it's got a bad rap, but I don't think it's as bad as what people think it is. I think just because of the sound.
yeah, and exactly. Like my favorite one was I brought 3 girls to see Full of Hell from The Office, which I was just like, if we're going to bring you to a metal show, we're going to go very hard, and we're going to bring you to Full of Hell. And they didn't go down to the crowd; they watched it from upstairs. But afterwards, they were just like, what the hell was that? I was like, did you like it? They were like, yeah, but like, what was it?
No, it's great. I think there's nothing better than someone having a revelation about that, going, oh shit, that was something else. Something else.
So Tommy, are you like, so you're the main lyric writer for the band, is it?
Yeah, I do so I write the guitar parts and I do a lot of the lyrics. It's the bit I enjoy, to be fair. I quite like it.
So like, how does like, do you guys like, is it lyrics first and then music, or like how does a Dead Mob song get constructed basically?
So I start by noodling. I'm like master noodler. I will just sit with my guitar for hours and just play shit. Like I will literally just mess around until I find something. And I'm like, my rule is, excuse me, if I can't remember what I've just played, like an hour or half an hour later, it was no good anyway. So I'll often just sit at home and just jam on my own with nothing. Again, like I said earlier, I feel like when I actually sit down and say, I'm going to write a song, I never write anything good. So it's a terrible process, really, because like it's just like look at a drawer if I can write something. But then again, like sometimes I'll write a riff and I'll come back to it, and then I'll hear it again and I'll feel more inspired and I can like bridge off that. But yeah, it's literally just a jam. I'll normally then play it to the lads in the practice room, and the lyrics come like right at the end. Once I'm happy with the song structure, I'm very picky. And I'm very much like, I always like to go things and fine tune things and make sure I'm happy before I start writing lyrics, because I feel like I want to make the lyrics work with the song. So if I'm still changing it and writing it, then I can't start on that process. I'm very rigid. I like a routine and a structure. So as much as my writing process is all over the place, with the actual guitar parts, when it's coming to putting it together, it's very much right. For like almost like formulaic, but I need a structure.
Yeah, without like, yeah. If you're just chaotically writing the whole time, it would make no sense.
No. Yeah, my brain is a bit like wired though, so I never really know what I'm doing. Like I say, I just enjoy it, man. And sometimes good things happen.
Now you released 2 it was a double single last year, Sentenced. If you want to tell us a little bit about those songs and about where they came from. By the way, Death Awaits is my favorite song by you guys. It's so sick. It's so goddamn good.
That one's fun to play live.
I'd say it is, yeah.
One of the best compliments, to be fair, I ever had. We played a show at the Hive in Rotherham, and I'll never forget this. This geezer come in, like big mohawk, like pump dude with his missus, like, and he come in and he's like, oh lads, you know, I've just come in, I've just been at home, we come for a beer, and we come in and sing you and said, lads, that last song, it was Death Awaits, not released at the time, said last song, the fucking best song I've ever heard. And I was like, oh mate, you've made mine, Zach. But that was like the best comment I ever had. and I'll never forget that. But the two songs, they're really fun. Like I wrote them quite a while ago. To be fair, I wrote Death Awaits. I was going through my phone not long ago, in like 2023.
Okay.
So that one, to be fair, that's an angry song. It's a bit like like an anarchy song, a bit of an anti-establishment song. That one. We think that sometimes the people in power don't always make the best decisions for people, and I think I was a bit angry at the time about it. So it might have been about ensuring that the best decisions are made by the right people, but sometimes I think the right people aren't always in power, or at least you've got a shit bunch to choose from.
you have England, unfortunately, is a weird bunch to choose from at the moment. Every time I see the news, I just say, what the fuck is going on over there?
It's all mental. I try my best to keep my head out of it, because I used to be really involved, and it just used to like really warm me up and get me down. So I try and stay out of the way. But that one's angry, and I think like the beat down in it at the end, and like there's a bit like a death metal
beatdown is brutal at the end.
Yeah,
it's like a proper thump. Like
yeah. I was just like, this has to be angry. But I love my favorite part is that breakdown at the end, to get to show off a little bit. So just before the very end beatdown, has got that mad breakdown. I've got a habit of like just writing stupid riffs that almost don't sound like they should work, and then they end up working. Like our producer, Jake at Just Noise, hates me for it, because I'm always writing stupid parts that he's got to like look at the time signatures or try and have a look at the grid at where we can make sure it snaps and stuff. But I love just heavy stuff. But Sentence is a bit more of a personal song, to be fair.
Yeah, that's where that's kind of what came across to myself as well.
Yeah, and I love that tune. Again, I wrote that one like time ago. And that went for a really long. That was one of the songs where I wrote it, knew there was some of there, left it for ages, and then come back to it, and was like, no, I've got some of there. I've got to actually put some time into it. But that one's more personal. I'd like to think it's relatable, despite it being personal. And the sentence to death by your own accord is a kind of a metaphor for like someone I've met in my life. I'm not actually sentenced them to death, and I don't wish death upon them. But it's a metaphorical phrase for, they're out of my life now, and I'm better off for it, kind of thing. But I always think everyone meets that one person that can have an effect on your life, good or bad, and sometimes you need to meet that person, I do believe, to realize the growth that you need to go through as a person. So yeah, the sentence to death is like a bit more personal, a bit more like going through a bit of suffering, hardship, but coming out stronger and being a better person for it. That's what I'd say that song's about. Excuse me.
And like just as a band from Birmingham, like I was in Birmingham recently to see Villa play, and what kind of struck me was they beat Manchester United 2-1, but to see
still not listening,
but to see all the kind of Ozzy Osbourne motives and stuff, and like obviously, so like they're like the first metal band ever, in my opinion. Some people say Cream, but I'm just like, it's definitely Black Sabbath. Like, what is like the metal community like in Birmingham?
It's definitely. I think it's definitely come to fruition more now. It's a shame, really, the fact that he's died. It has brought it like together. I think it's always been there. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of venues that had struggled, and the metal venues are starting to become few and far between. Like we nearly lost the Flapper a few years ago, but that's come back, and that's a great venue.
Class.
Dead Wax is starting to put on more metal shows as well. So Scruffy's is doing shows as well. They've had that recently done up. So it's starting to come back a bit, but I think it's a good community, and it's like I said, it's a birthplace. I mean, I feel a strong connection to it. Just because I love the music and I love Birmingham. I mean, some people hate it. I love it. It's the best place in the world. But no, I think it's got a good community, a good strong knit, and like I say, there's some really good positive like people we've met through the metal scene, and we've met some really good mates through it as well. There's some really, really good like Birmingham bands coming through at the minute as well. There's really strong like centre of music at the moment.
Sick. Like, what would be kind of like the prevailing kind of style of metal? Like, obviously, you guys are an anomaly, like because you blend so much. But
yeah, I don't know. You know, that's a tricky question. I don't know. There's at the minute. I'm really like we've been going to quite a lot of hardcore shows. We've got
Class.
like bands. The hardcore scene is popping off. To be fair,
it's doing the same here. The hardcore scene here is huge at the moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good promotions out there. You've got the 0121 Queer Core that put on loads of wicked shows. I've got one on today actually, and then they've got Pink Noise that do a load of shows. Stinging Rain put on loads of local hardcore shows. It's great. There's probably a few. Rob's got one, Static Rage as well. I'm not very good at this promotion stuff. It's not.
You're all good. You're all good.
I'm trying. I'll probably miss off a few, but we've got loads of like wicked promoters at the minute who put on loads of sick shows. And we've been to a couple recently. Went to Central a couple of weeks ago. And the scene's great. We watched Victims Life, Second Location, Stitched. Yeah, man, it's a really good show. And Bind as well. That was it. But yeah, that was class. I'm an advocate for hardcore because I love a two-step and I do love to crowd.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Do you know? Oh. do you know? One of the things that kind of. So I went to my first. So we have like the DHC, like the Dublin Hardcore City community,
Yes.
And I went to my first one because I hadn't been to one, and my friend was like, "You need to go to these shows." So I've been to like hardcore shows before, but it's always like, you know, a band from the UK coming over, a band from America coming over. But this was like local bands, and the first thing that hit me was like, "There's like fucking 250 people at this." And if not, like maybe it was less, but I was like, "Is this like this for every fucking local show?" And my friend was like, "Yeah." Every show, just people just turn up, and I was like, "That's sick. That's so cool." But my big thing was, one of the bands that were playing was a band called Microtonal, who are not a hardcore band; they're a thrash metal band, but they still play the hardcore shows. And I was like, "I'm gonna go up the front and get a video because I'm putting on for a show." And I was like, "I'll get a little video so I can use it in a reel." And my friend Connor was like, "I don't think that's a good idea." I was like, "I'll be fine." I just went up, spin kicked in the head. I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake."
I was going to say, I was waiting for this story to go south. I was like, going to the front is not the best.
Sorry, it wasn't spin kick, was hit in the head. I was like, "I'm going fucking back." I'm 31. I was like, "I'm too old to be getting like 10 years ago. Yeah, I'll be right in there, but not now."
No, it's not for the faint heart. It is good fun.
No, it really isn't. You kind of have to warn people. It's like, just to let you know you're going to a hardcore show.
Yeah. I mean, I love it though, again, because it's people are expressing themselves in.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I'm not shitting on it, by the way. I'm just, I think it's awesome. Like,
I think it could be misunderstood by outsiders who maybe go to a show who are not aware of what it is, and then they go like, "Oh, what they're doing? I mean, my dad is like proper old dad. Like, loved his thrash. He's a push pit maestro, like from back in the 80s and 90s. He hates it. I do it all the time, and he's like, "You look like a knobhead, do it, Dad. Do one, mate. Like, this is fun." I said, "You don't get it because you're old, all right." Like, but I think it's great. I mean, funny story, because I went to Slam Dunk and
oh, class.
I went to watch Guilt Trip, and I had like a little great band. But I had a little man bag on, and I didn't realise it was open. I've gone in a pit spinning, and then I've looked down. I've lost everything from my bag, my phone. And I was like, "Oh, fuck." So I'm running around a pit like this. Yeah. Someone just smashed me right in the face with their foot. Bust, like my nose popped. I was bleeding. I was like, right. I still lost my phone though. I don't care about my nose. And I just see this geezer bouncing around the pit with a phone. I went, "Bro, that's mine. That's fucking my phone, bro." I was buzzing. But this is the thing. Like, it's all fun and games. Like, he kicked me in the face. You know, "Bro, you all right?" I went, "Yeah, man, I'm sound. I just need my phone." So he even asked me, like, this is the thing. Like, it looks aggressive and it looks violent. And it is, but it's not. It's an expression of emotion, and like, and people are all, even in those types of pits, they're all sound.
Yeah, to be fair, like, you get every so often you get some fucking dickhead, but like 9 times out of 10, it's class crack, and everybody's there just to have a bit of fun, and that's literally the main thing. There's always that one odd show where you're like, that person's a fucking bastard, but for the most part, like, as I said, like, the women, the people that I bring, it's mostly girls actually, just so they can see a show, because like they just think it's like men all the time. It's like men and angry men, and it's like it's not. It's like there's women at it. There's like every nooks and crannies of what people can be are there and having fun, and they always come out like every single time. They're like, that's fantastic. Like I've always said, the only time I've ever been to ever seen a fight at a show was at Marlon Manson about 15 years ago at Download during the fights on. That's the only time I've ever seen an actual fight.
Awesome.
And that show was shit as well. Like I remember there was one, I was at Fear Factory and two lads kicked off and they were squaring up and they were just about to go. And this guy with a beard down to here just came up. He goes, "That's enough." And they just went, "All right."
It's like, yeah, no worries. Just pie in the red seat.
Now we have to talk about. So you guys have never played. You've never played Ireland before.
No, we haven't. So we are super excited, mate. So excited. Yeah.
How did this show come about? Like, how did Short of Straw, like, did Short of Straw play over in the UK and meet you guys, or?
Yeah, so we met them at North Coast Fest, which was in was it Aberdeen. Bloody hell, I need to forgot that Aberdeen. Yeah, so we played that. I want to say the start of this year. My memory's terrible, mate. It could have been. It might have been January. Start of the year, but we played on the bill with them, and they hit us up after. I was like, "Yo, lads, we want to get you over to Ireland like ASAP," and we said, "You don't have to ask us twice, mate. So it's already here. Yeah, just tell us a date and we'll get it sorted." But yeah, they saw us and they liked what they heard and they wanted to get it over. And I love their name because it's definitely a shout out to Metallica as well.
No, so, I've interviewed them. It 100% is.
I bloody love it. It's a fucking great tune as well. And Justice Rules, best album. I'm sorry. I love Master of Puppets as well, but it's And Justice.
It's Master and Justice for me are the two as well. Absolutely. So yeah.
But yeah, so we hit off there in Aberdeen, man. And yeah, they asked us to come over. And like I said, we didn't even think twice. It was straight up, yeah, we'll make this song. We'll come do it.
I can't wait to fucking have you. And as well, like the other band that they picked, Carnyx, they're a new young band who I've seen once, who are class as well. So the lineup is fucking. I've never seen Short of Straw. Actually, weirdly enough, I've never seen Short of Straw live, but I've seen enough clips. I've seen enough clips of them where I'm like, oh,
they are great. Now they're a good bunch of lads as well. And we're looking forward to spending the few days that we're on tour with them as well, man. We're really, really excited. And we're very grateful for them for getting us over as well, because without them we still wouldn't have been able to play Ireland.
To be honest, it's a really fucking cool thing to do, because like when Short of Straw, when I was approached to, because I'm doing the Dublin show, I'm not doing the other two, I'm just doing the Dublin show. When I was approached for it, I was just like, oh fuck, they're bringing over a UK band, and it's like, that's a really sick thing to do. Like, because first off, like, it's great for you guys, probably new fans, all that kind of carry, and you get to play venues you've never played before as well. Yeah. But it just makes the tour just that little bit more interesting. You're just like, oh shit, there's a band from the UK coming over. Because honestly, most times it's like they just pick somebody from where their hometown. Like, so I'm very excited for it now. It's going to be really cool. At the Dublin show, by the way, you're playing in a room, Sinead, which is like, they say the capacity is 120. It's more like 60.
Yeah, that's perfect. We love a box room. We played a show not long ago in Lincoln, and we've all agreed that is our favourite show we have probably ever played. And there's a live stream of it on YouTube. And I'm so bad. I can't remember the name of the venue, but I wanna shout them out. What is the fucking venue called? Oh, bollocks. I can't remember it.
We'll cut it in later. You message me and I'll cut it in.
I'll find it. Cut it in, because it's a sick venue, because they've got a little pizza shop next door where they sell it by the slice, and the venue's really cool. But you go downstairs, this is a little box room, you play on the stage, and like my head was there on the ceiling of the stage. It was crazy, bro. But they were popping off, bro. Honestly, the mosh was sick. The people were two-stepping, crowd killing. It was sick, but I think we love shows like that where it's a bit more intimate and you get to see the faces. Not that we played on giant humongous stages, but I would prefer to be in a small room like that with people throwing down than like a bigger room where there's not much energy, because you're closer to everything. The energy's there, and that's what we live off. We love energy.
There is something about that, like the type of music that you play. Like, it's funny, I saw Knock Loose opened for Metallica, and it was in a massive stadium, like an 80,000 person, like 60,000 people, still a lot of people, but there was so many people going, like, it was fucking, because they played Dublin 2 days after in like a normal venue, if that makes sense, not a stadium. And so many people were just like, it was fucking weird seeing Knock Loose in a stadium. And I was like, what do you mean? It's like, it's just, the environment is kind of it's just strange.
I don't
it needs
feel
to
like
be
a stadium band, do they? And like not that they couldn't be, because they definitely are, but I think with the bill they're on as well, that as much as it's sick, and you would never ever say no to playing with Metallica and Gojira.
Of course not.
Like, that's not their crowd, is it? Like, it's not.
Well, the
really
funny thing
there.
is, it's the first time. So I've been to a few stadium shows in my time. Not many stadium metal shows. Actually, I think that was the first stadium metal show I'd ever been at. But it was the first time ever in my life where I saw a giant crowd, where the second Knock Loose came on and we're like, give it up. Just circle, because I was sitting, so you could just see circle pits in the crowd at very different. And I was just like, that's awesome. That's so cool.
I'll
like, so yeah.
I'll take that back.
I was like, that's so cool.
I went to the London show and I missed them, and I was gutted. I missed Gojira because it took me 3 hours to get to London after work. I was fuming. So I only got to see Metallica.
3?
It took me 3 hours. Yeah, the traffic was crazy, bro.
That sucks.
I know. So I missed Gojira and missed Not Loose. But I saw Metallica, so I didn't get to see them. I was gutted, but like, I went with my dad, and I would have liked him to have seen them as well, because
just to go,
he does listen to them. But I would have pushed him into the pits. Go on, lad.
Right. Well, Tommy, what we normally do towards the end of the podcast is just, these are kind of like broader questions. I call it drunk questions I'd ask you at a bar. It's not quick fire, by the way. You can take as much time as you want. But one of the first questions I always ask is, what was the first and last album you fell in love with?
Wow. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm terrible with favorites, you know. First album.
It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to overthink it. Just like the first one that comes to mind, basically.
Fine. First album was Death Magnetic. I was 8 years old when that come out, and I hate that people slander that album because of the mastering. I don't care. I think
it's not a bad album. It's a decent album.
It's bloody brilliant. They played Cyanide when I went to see him, and I went, look, I'm like, yes, they played a fucking song.
I think they played that when I saw them as well. Yeah,
as well. Oh,
I think so.
Class. And then last album I fell in love with. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably Malevolence's latest album. I'm gonna have to say that, and I'm terrible remembering names, but their latest album.
I remember albums by the cover. That's pretty much it. Like, don't ask me the name.
The orange cover, their newest one. It's again, they're like a top band for me. They're unreal. Never.
Do you know, for like 4 years straight, my friend who's like obsessed with them was like, have you listened to the new Malevolence song? I was like, no, I haven't got around to it. And he was just like, why the fuck haven't you listened to them yet? I was just like, I just haven't got around to it. And then I happened to get a ticket to go see them in Dublin. And he was like, please tell me, for the love of God, you're not going to see Malevolence before, like, you haven't listened to them. I was like, no, I haven't listened yet, but I'm going to go to the show. And I remember coming out of the show and just immediately messaging me going like, that was the fucking sickest band I've ever seen. They are
the shit. They are the boys.
They were so good.
In terms of British and like waving the flag for British heavy music, they're the boys.
They're pretty sick. Yeah.
Them and Guilt Trip, to be fair, they're flying the flag.
Well, the other British band that I love is Grief Ritual. I think just Grief Ritual are just absolutely it's just an insane band.
heavy as fuck. That's
brutal, like.
That's produced. So our producer produced that record as well.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. So that's where the heaviness comes from. That's why we like it. Because on our tracks, I know we use like a HM2 to get like that gritty, dirty sound that you might hear in the background.
I don't know a lot about music, but I know what a HM2 is.
Yeah. Come on. Because that dirt, a bit of bollocks behind it. That's what I like. Got to be gritty. That's my tones. But yeah, man. And to be fair, I've got another Rogue one because
go on.
I've got like vinyls on my wall up there, and I just looked, and it was a while ago. This is 5 years ago, but there's an album called In Stasis by a band called Monuments.
I know Monuments. Monuments are class. Yeah.
And they're like like really proggy gent music. Bloody love that album. That's like no skip the entire album, and I think I would say that's the last album, other than the Malev one, that I've gone, holy shit, that's insane. And I'm not like, yeah. I'm gonna go that.
When you hear the term underrated, who is a band that pops into your head?
Bitterwood.
Bitterwood,
yeah. They're a Scottish band. They are class. They should be and will be bigger than they are at the minute. They're so good. They're like they're hardcore with a bit of beat down. They're from they're and the vocalist again. He's got a really unique style. He does a little bit of spitty stuff. He's got pig squeals. The guitarist is just,
love a pig squeal.
Honestly, if you can after this, if you want to go listen to a band, go listen to Bitterwood. You won't be disappointed. My favourite song of theirs is called "What's Up, Dingus." I just but the lyrics in that when I first heard them, you know, when something resonates with you, that's the song. But they are class. They've got a song with Zelly from Paleface as well.
Oh, sick! All right, okay.
Yeah. They're really good. I really, really like that band.
All right, okay. I have to check them out. What I love about doing this podcast is the amount of music recommendations I get is like, it's one of the main reasons why I'm like, yes, have people on so I can just expand my library.
Yeah, man. Well, we've got like in Birmingham as well. If we're talking about, if we've gone to like Birmingham bands and like West Midlands bands, we're going on tour with Scotland with a band called Torment. They're class. They're from like they're gonna kill me. It's like Black Country way, like Wolverhampton. So it's not quite Birmingham because I'll kill me if it's they're from Birmingham.
Yeah, it's close, but it's like it's not that
close. Yeah. And same with our boys in a band called Stitched as well. They're popping off at the minute.
Stitched I have heard of Stitched. Yeah, Stitched are very good. Yeah,
I was gonna say because they've just released an album, Terminal. It's class. Really, really good band. Then we've got bands like Victims of Life. They're like a hardcore band. They're sick as well. Vindictive. They've just dropped an EP actually. Vindictive. They're another Brummy band. There's Vulgar. There's so many. Our ex guitar player actually when this was when we was punk dead mob. He's called Dave. He's in a couple of bands. He's called Shrive, and then his other band is Ex Crucible X. They're like two hardcore bands, really, sick. Really good bands, man. But there's the talent in Birmingham's crazy. If I could be here all day.
The talent in the UK is just fucking nuts at the moment. Like obviously, like Employed to Serve, you know, they're huge. Yes. But like bands like Underdark, I think, are one of the most interesting. Like black metal for me is quite a stale genre. I love it, but it's quite and Underdark are just doing it in a way that's absolutely fucking crazy. There was another one that I was just thinking of, and it's just escaped my brain. I can't remember what they were. Oh, Vacuous. One of the best death metal bands do you know them? They're from London.
No, I can't say I've heard of them.
Yeah, Vacuous. They're just a fucking brutal death metal band. They're awesome. But the UK is for me anyway is just popping off. It's well, not popping off. It's always been consistent. Like you guys fucking invented it. But
no, I know what you mean. Like it is thriving. I think it's like
Code Speaker, another one from Scotland, absolutely insane band.
We're very fortunate to have a plethora of amazing, talented musicians. You know, we love going to shows, like especially where we can just find new bands. Like we played a show not long ago with a band called The Mechanist. Really, really fucking good band. Really good band. They're not hardcore at all. They're like metalcore, kind of like Architectsy, that style of like heavy metalcore stuff.
Like old school Architects now, is it? All right.
More so of that like bouncy riffs, really, but they're really, really good. From Yorkshire, I believe. Really lovely lads as well. But yeah, and this is why we love playing shows, especially with different people. It's because we just get to meet so many cool people and listen to different music and different bands. We played with Survivalist actually not long ago.
The boys.
Yeah, in Bridgewater. That was sick.
I love Survivalists. All the lads are super sound. Gav is an absolute gentleman. I had Gav on the podcast before. He's just an absolute gentleman. Like,
really nice lads. And I was talking to him about how we can actually get over to Ireland because I was like, lad, I've got no clue what I'm doing here. But we sorted the ferry out, and I'll get terribly seasick, so I'm gonna be like staring at a wall for like an hour and a half and not moving because I'm gonna die otherwise.
That would be a fucking sick. You guys in Survivors would be class, like. So man. Make it happen.
It was a good mix when we played at Bridgewater. To be fair, and it was good crack, man. We enjoyed it. So we would more than happily play some shows with those guys again.
They put on. I only saw them recently, and I was just like, they put on such a good show. Like, they're like a band that it's funny because like they're kind of their groovecore, I think, is the genre that they have, but they put so much work into their live show that it's like, oh, this could be a band that's doing like a huge arena, and it's like they're doing a room of like 400, 500, and it's like there's such a good band. I love Survivalists. I think they're really, really great band. Yeah. It helps with their sound as well. Makes you like them a lot more.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's always good when they're nice people. That does help.
I'll ask you one last question before we finish up here, Tommy, and that is, we just talked about a bunch of live bands you saw. What's one of the best live performances you've seen recently by a band?
Ooh, are we talking like local bands?
It could be local, it could be stadium, it could be whatever you want.
Okay, so I think the last local show I went to was a few weeks back, and it was when it was that Too Low, Victims, Vine, Stitch show. Victims Alive had like smashed it, and Stitched always smashed it, but I really, really like Victims Alive. They're like a local band I've seen a few times now, where I'm thinking, these guys are like the shit.
Yeah.
These are good.
It's such a lovely feeling as well, isn't it? Where you're just like, oh fuck, this is the new thing. Like,
they're very good. They got riffs, man. And I love a riff. I'm a riffer. I'm not the best lead guitarist in the world, but I love a riff and a beat down, and they've got that. And then if I'm talking like large scale, I did go see Metallica not long ago. They're always great, but for me, Guilt Trip at Slam Dunk has been the set I've seen most recently that just fucking blew me away. Like,
I've never seen Guilt Trip. I'd fucking love to see them. Love to see them.
Again, them and Malev are really, I think, are the bands that are like flying the flag for British heavy music. Like, obviously, Guilt Trip have just released their new album, and it's a slapper. Like, they are just sick. Like, and for me, what I love is you can hear some of their like inspirations. Obviously, they play the Davidan. They do a Davidan cover live.
Do they?
Yeah. And I love Machine Head, bro. And obviously, you think Machine Head are an old 90s band. No one crowd killed back then, bro. When that fucking shit kicked off at Slam Dunk, I lost my shit and I was spinning like a Beyblade, man. I was like, get this shit over now.
I don't mean to bring them up, but the only other band that I know that does a Davidan cover was fucking Lost Prophets did one for a Kerrang magazine about 15 years ago, and it was shite.
Yeah, well, I can confirm that Guilt Trip's one is really, really good. Really good. But no, as a live band, they were my favourite set of that entire day. But also, big shout out to Pest Control, who opened.
Oh, great band as well. Great band.
Oh my God.
Yeah, great band.
Like, if I could be in another band, it would be a hardcore thrashy band, exactly like what they do. I love it. So that's what I'm trying to write now at the minute. It's like hardcore thrash stuff. Because I'm like, yeah, look, what this is like shit I like. Why am I not writing stuff like that? So they've inspired me to try and write some more like thrashy bits, more like a thrashy hardcore songs and stuff. But they were superb, like absolutely top tier. They were really tight. And considering I have to open the show at like 11, they had a sick pit, and I just stood there and like, fuck me, lads. Like, and then like, obviously they've got female fronted vocalist as well.
Always awesome to see in the community. Yeah, always awesome.
Absolutely. It's absolutely, and she's fucking sick. Like, she's so good. I just love that. I love that band, and that was, in all honesty, the first time I'd seen them, and I was like, I'm an instant fan. They played the first note. I was like, yep, this is a bit of me. Yep, love it.
That like, because there's so many bands I've seen where you kind of go in, especially if like I go to Damnation every year, and you go and it's like, I don't know this band, and then like within like 10 seconds, like, I love this band. This is my new favorite band.
Yeah, I literally had them on repeat for like 3 weeks after Slam Dunk, just constant pest control in my car. It was great. Great.
Well, Tommy, look, it's been such a pleasure having you on the podcast. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you in the flesh. But just before we finish up, so like this is kind of the part that every band hates, just the little PR bits, like where everybody can find you, where they can check you out.
Yeah, man.
All that.
This is the bit where I'm not good at. Right, we are on. Now we're on Instagram as Dead Mob UK. We are on the majority of streaming platforms just as Dead Mob. We've got on in our Instagram, we've got like a, you know, the link tree thing where it's got links to like Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, because we've got a couple of music videos on YouTube. There's one for Sentenced on there. We have got some music coming soon. We've literally just
I wish I knew that. I should have fucking asked you.
No, it's right. You give me the perfect plug opportunity here, mate. Don't worry. So yeah, we have just left the studio literally like last week or the week before. We've got 3 more tracks in the works. So
sick.
I'm hoping by the end of the year we've got these 3 tracks out. I'm really, really happy with them. They're I'd say these ones are more hardcore, you know. They're a bit more hardcore. Again, there's breakdowns and beatdowns in them, but these are like 3 kind of like hardcore tunes. So I'm excited to get them out because they do sound really good. And like I say, our producer Jake, he smashes it every time. So
sick.
Yeah, man. That's where you can find us. So Dead Mob UK on Instagram, and we've got all the links in there, man. But no, Barra, thank you for having me on, and I
You're
hope
very
I
welcome, Tommy.
too much.
What?
No, you're off too much.
No, like say, like I it's funny. When Carlin put you guys on, I was like, all right, cool. And then the second I listened to you, I was like, these guys are fucking sick. I was like, this is such a good band. So to have you on, especially after an England game, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried because I was like, how hungover am I gonna feel tomorrow? But I feel fresh. I feel fresh and way fresher than I thought I was gonna. But no, thank you so much for having us.
No, you're very welcome. It's been a pleasure.
She won't understand.